All right, welcome in, folks. I got the wrong frame up here. 1 second. Okay, welcome in here, folks. Appreciate you guys joining in here. Mount Polumbus Speaks is the podcast, and we're going to dive into the All 22 coaches film of the Broncos versus Kansas City Chiefs. That was an ass kick, and it was pretty cool to see, man, because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the Broncos kind of limping into the playoffs. That's the way I thought it was going to feel after losing the last two games and then beating the Kansas City Chiefs JV team. But hell, man, I don't feel that way at all. They freaking kicked Kansas City's ass. It could not have been any better than it was. Bo Nix had a phenomenal game. I mean, Bo Nix ends up 26 of 29, 321 yards, 4 touchdowns, just absolutely beautiful stuff. And so now we get to go into the playoffs feeling good. Look, you went toe to toe with Joe Burrow. And granted, the Bills team is going to be a radically different team than Cincinnati because they've actually got a defense, and Cincinnati did not. But you went toe to toe with Joe Burrow, and now you get to go toe to toe with Josh Allen because you kicked ass against the Chiefs. And why the hell not? So let's dive into this film. Let's see how good it looked. Obviously, it was pretty incredible. There should be a lot of good stuff to watch. I've already seen a little bit of it. I saw some great pancakes out there. Quinn Miners was doing his deal. And the Broncos stayed committed to the running game, as they should in a game in which you knew the Chiefs were going to be happy just to get the hell out of Dodge. So first play of the game, they're going to go with the fake 19 keep right. Nate Atkins is a player that has got no notoriety in terms of national value, but number 45 for the Denver Broncos, I'm telling you, man, I really like Nate Atkins. I like him a lot. He does a lot of good things for this team. Not particularly in the passing game, although he's adequate enough. He gets a nice little catch here, picks up a first down. I want you guys to keep your eyes on Nate Atkins, though, in the run game because Nate has been a monster. When he gets out there in space, he's versatile. You can put him in the fullback spot, put him in the Y, put him at the U spot. You can put him all over the place. And I've fallen in love with Nate Atkins as a football playing Jesse, man. Okay. Unfortunately, the angles kind of suck on the film with all this fog. But we start out this, and this is an interesting play here because by design, I almost wonder if Garrett Bowles busted this play right here. So you're going to see we've got a hat for everybody across the front, right? We've got a hat here. We're working up there. Double team up to here. Actually, we're working double team here. I messed that all up. Let me erase that. Sorry. We're going double team here to there, double team there, up there. And the safety is going to come down into the box. I wonder if GB just didn't see him or not because he decides not going up to him. And it looked like it might have been a bust, but whatever. Ends up being a decent run nonetheless. My arrows were all jacked up on that play. I apologize. I swear I'm better than that. I know ball. I'm better than that. All right, we got Troy Franklin involved a little bit in this game. Not a lot, but a little bit. I don't know what his stats said, but I bet Troy Franklin had 3 or 4 catches, which I guess if we're taking baby steps, that's baby steps for Troy Franklin. You see this from Sean Payton a lot. We love to run wheel routes out of the backfield. And as you see here, you got Troy Franklin starting at the top of the screen, coming across. We do this a lot with Marvin Mims. And now Sean Payton's trying to get a little bit more creative with Troy Franklin to force feed the ball into his hands a little bit more often. Look, Troy's been disappointing this season, but here's to hoping for a little bit of playoff success between the two Oregon Ducks. Bo's dealing. I mean, absolutely dealing. Here's what I love, man. Watch this. Watch Bo next, okay? He's going to get to the top of his drop, plant his foot, drive, balls out. I love that. That's a quarterback that knows where he wants to go with it. If you watch his eyes, he does a good job. He's looking over to the left. He comes over to the right. He still knows where it's going to be. He knew where he wanted to take it all the way, even though he was starting with his eyes over to the left. That's just good-looking stuff from Bo Nix. Offensive line does a great job in pass protection. Mike McGlinchey gets beat a little bit late, but that's a phenomenal pocket. Javonte Williams with an early carry in this game. Javonte Williams got the fewest carries between him, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Audric Estime. This is a similar play to the first play of the game. So here's what we're going to do here, okay? We got a hat for a hat here. We're going to go double team right here, back there. We got a lead block from our fullback, little ISO block action. We're man here, and that should create a seam right in here for us to run through. I don't know if that's where it hits or not, but that's where it's designed. Yep, and that's exactly where it hits. Watch Michael Burton coming out of the back. Let me back it up. Okay, pause. I love this, man. I love Michael Burton. Watch Michael Burton. Watch him just stay active. Finds himself good positive work. I think he gets himself a pancake on this one. Let's find out. Great fill up. Runs his feet. Keeps going. Oh, no, it was Nate Adkins that gets the pancake. Okay, I told you guys I was falling in love with Nate Adkins. Okay, at the top of your screen, you can't see it. But right about here is where I want you to keep your eyes on it. Number 45 is going to come into the screen here in just a second. Watch the way that Nate Adkins finishes his dude. Pancake City. Let's go to IHOP. Okay, can you guys see that now? You see 45 coming in. Boom! Sit your ass down. I told you, I'm falling in love with Nate Adkins as a football player. He does just enough in the passing game, but he's fantastic in the run game. Good looking play design right here, man. Look at all the stuff we got going on, okay? We're going to fake the dive out of the backfield to Javonte. Now we're going to fake the reverse to Troy Franklin, and then we're going to hit the little bubble screen to Marvin Mims over there to the right. Sean Payton was in his bag. The Denver Broncos are the kings of wide receiver bubble screens. Nobody in the NFL runs more wide receiver bubble screens than the Denver Broncos, and that's why Bo Nix has had a lot of success in his young career, because it's easy pitch and catch stuff. But look at all this stuff, man. Dive action to, that was Audric Estime in the backfield. Now we got the reverse to Franklin, dump off. Quinn Miners out in space, gets just enough, doesn't quite get his guy, but gets just enough. And then shout out to Audric Estime, man. Look at number 23 out there in space doing his deal. And Marvin Mims continues his rise. Man, Marvin Mims, what a fun addition this dude has been over the last month. The month of December was tremendous for Marvin Mims. All right, we're backed up. We're on our own 10-yard line. 1st and 10, shotgun run. Not the easiest way to run the football, but the Broncos are pretty effective no matter how they chose to run the football in this game. Okay, so we got an open side run. So we got to push it to the front side. So Mike McGlinchey, his job, he can't get beat inside. He can let this guy go up the field or just wall him off, okay? Right here, we're going to attack the inside shoulder. We're going to get a double team over here. We're going to push it to the front side. And then Garrett Bowles is going to try to work through the inside shoulder here. If he can, if this guy's a danger, he'll work his way up to it, but in all likelihood, he's going to get hung up right here. All right, let's start with Mike McGlinchey. Okay, not great, but fine. Does his job, doesn't let his guy get beat inside. Dude, watch Quinn Miners. Come on. Let me ISO this dude right here because this is good-looking stuff. Quinn Miners is the best run-blocking guard in the NFL. It's not even close. Nobody gets as much movement as Quinn Miners does. Dude, what people don't understand is that 90% of the time in the NFL, you're going to have a stalemate at the line of scrimmage between 300-pound men. Every time Quinn Miners comes in contact with his defenders, dude, he moves those guys off the spot 4, 5, sometimes even 8 yards. Watch this movement from number 77, if I can get my screen to work. All right, here we go. Dude, look at that. That's so good. That's so good from 77. Now we got a great job on our double team between number 60 and 74. We get up to the backside. Garrett Bowles doesn't quite get to the inside shoulder. I don't love that effort from Garrett Bowles right there. He's got to get on his high horse, man. He gets beat to the inside shoulder. If Garrett could have got his dude, we might have had a home run hitter right here. All right, 2nd and 3-ish. We're going to hit the little swing route out of the backfield that we love to go to all the time. I guess it was 2nd and 7. Not much there. All right, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. So if we back it up here, look at all these dudes Kansas City's got at the line of scrimmage. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes at the line. They're trying to make you think they're going to pressure. I don't think they actually do. They end up only rushing 4. They drop back. Bo Nix identifies it well, finds a little crossing route to little Jordan Humphrey. Let's check out the pass pro. That's a hell of a pocket, man. Hell of a pocket. Great job by Luke Wattenberg. He gets a little help from Ben Powers. Quinn Miners' dude is going to green dog it and back off into coverage. I like that set from Mike McGlinchey. He gets aggressive. See how he kind of jumps on the dude there? He eats up that space. Watch number 69. He sets deep, and then he eats up space. Good job. All right. Another gun run. This is an unusual run out of the gun, okay? So 9 out of 10 times when you run out of shotgun, you got to run away from the running back. So the ball's going to go over here, right? I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 times out of shotgun, that's where it's going to go. It's very difficult to run the ball to the play side out of shotgun. And most of the time, if you are going to run out of shotgun, it's going to be a toss sweep, and we're just going to toss that ball over here, right? Well, this is a little bit of a delayed draw action is almost what this looks like here. This is definitely a tendency buster for the Broncos, running to the play side here. It's a good-looking run, man. You see the way that Jaleel steps back with its draw action. The offensive line is not in draw action. The offensive line is in full-on run mode. And look at the movement from everybody, man. Offensive line, everybody's moved their dude off the spot 4 or 5 yards. They keep running their feet. Luke Wattenberg is still working. Look at number 60, your center. I wish he would have finished that dude. Luke had a great chance to finish him. For whatever reason, he backed off right there. He should have put him on his ass. But that's good-looking stuff across the board. And that's a pretty cool-looking run play. I don't know how many times I've actually even seen the ball run like that. Not very often. Okay, we got a little pin pull action here, and you got to watch number 77 on this play, okay? We're going to get to the other side, but, dude, this is stuff. Forgive me if I go put a tie on the doorknob and turn the lights off here. Okay, pause this sucker. Pause this sucker. Keep your eyes on number 70. This is so freaking good, man. I love this. Okay, we got a little pin pull action going on from everybody. So we're going to down block here, make sure he doesn't get over the top. We're going to down block here, make sure he doesn't get over the top. Quinn Miners is going to pull out in space. He's going to go rock this dude out here. And then Ben Powers is going to pull all the way from the backside. We got 2 pulling guards on this play, but the dude I want you to keep an eye on is right here, number 77. Yeah, let's circle that sucker up. All right, let's clear this up and let's watch it. Okay, watch 77. Watch him the whole way, man. Okay, we're getting out in space. Sit your ass down. God, dude, I love that. Quinn's a freaking animal. He's a freaking animal. Let's watch it again from the beginning. We're getting out in space. We're not going to get out-athleted by a better athlete. He's going to get off us once. Get your ass down. Let's back it all the way up. Let's see how everybody else does. Okay, let's watch Mike McGlinchey, number 69. Does a good job making sure he doesn't get beat over the top. Adam Troutman, 82 on the other side. That's good stuff from 82. Okay, watch our tight end over here, right here, okay? He's going to try to pin block his dude as he starts to fight over the top. Look at how hard Adam Troutman's got to fight for that thing. Ben Powers is actually, Ben's not looking for this dude. Ben's actually pulling for number 6 up here, but 55 ends up in his face, so he tries to peel off at the last second. We were really close to a home run right there, really close. Okay, what the hell happened here? This is a bust from Bo Nix. Okay, check this out. This is a bubble screen. So, all right, first off, watch at the top of your screen. Okay, so these guys, we're gonna get a block here, and then we're gonna step up and back for the bubble screen. Bo Nix, he looks to this side of the field. Bo Nix is looking to this side of the field over here because he thinks that he's throwing the ball over here. He just busted it. His wide receiver is to the left. An unusual ME mental assignment, mental error. I'm all over the place from Bo Nix. But if you watch Bo here, you can see he tries to throw the bubble screen to the right. It's not there. He ends up coming back to the left. I just realized you guys couldn't quite see all that because the screen got cut off a little bit. MA is missed assignment. ME is mental error. I got my merge Zwicks on those two. They both mean the same thing. Okay, you can see it here. Bo looks to the right. He thinks he's got the bubble screen over there. It's not. He tries to make something out of nothing. Okay, so what's interesting about this, I don't know if you guys heard it on the broadcast, but it was very clear. The Broncos do something different than anybody else in the NFL. I never did this on any team I was ever on, but the Broncos have 2 different cadences. They've got one cadence that is their normal cadence, and then they've got a short yardage cadence. And their short yardage cadence is the most old school thing I've ever heard. Hut 1, hut 2, hut 3. And when they're in the open field, it said hut, wide 80, said hut. That's a very normal cadence. The hut 1, hut 2, hut 3. It was very obvious to pick up because the audio picked it up great. It's something that the Broncos do in short yardage. I would love to ask Sean Payton about it one day. I've never seen a team use a different cadence in these different situations like that. By the way, somebody said earlier, Gamble Oak Gaming said that Quinn Miners should have been a Pro Bowler. No question, dude. You got 3 Pro Bowlers on this team. You got Nick Benito, you got Pat Surtain, you got Marvin Mims as a punt returner. The biggest snub by far was Zach Allen not making the Pro Bowl. Zach Allen will be a first-team All-Pro. It won't even be close. Mark my words, I guarantee it. If it's not, the system's broken. Zach Allen got absolutely snubbed. Quinn Miners probably should have been a Pro Bowler, but wasn't as big of a snub as Zach Allen was. Okay, we're taking a deep shot here. And we're going to connect. Bo Nix is really connected on a few deep passes here of late. Bo has to throw this ball just a tad earlier than he wants to, or else he would have been able to hit Cortland Sutton in stride. Bo feels number 54 kind of green dogging this thing over the top of the screen on the right hand there, forces him off his spot, and unfortunately he's not able to hit Courtland Sutton in stride, but still, hell of a throw, hell of a catch, no matter how you look at it. Another fake 19 keep right. This is usually a high-low, high read. Bo doesn't like anything. I'll try to show you what I mean by high-low, high. Actually, it would have been easier on the other angle, but I can't go back now. Okay, so when I say high-low, high, so high, low, and then high would be again, right? So 1, 2, 3. Some systems teach it 1, 2, 3. It depends on who the coach is, but generally speaking, it's a high-low, high read. And Bo wisely decides there's nowhere to throw this ball, just tries to make the best he can out of it. I'll have to go back and look at those sneaks, Elvis. I really didn't pay attention to it, but we do have another sneak coming up in this game, so I'll see if Bo Nix does that. All right, really good protection from the offensive line. Nate Atkins is getting out of this thing late. Javonte, or is that Audric Estime? If he would have stayed a little bit higher, we would have had a totally clean pocket, but that's a great pocket in the NFL. Bo Nix threads the needle on this one. It's a bit of a dangerous throw, but he threaded the needle well, found his guy in Courtland Sutton, delivered a dart. We got ourselves another touchdown. Broncos are freaking rolling. I'm not sure if that was the wisest of decisions from Bo Nix right there, quite frankly. I mean, this ball very easily could have been picked, but whatever. It's always a good decision when it's a touchdown. Another bubble screen. The kings of the bubble screens, the Denver Broncos. This really is the same play. I don't know if you guys remember it. So what you're going to get here is you're going to get Marvin Mims coming out of the backfield. It's just a little swing route, bubble screen type looking play. We ran this exact same play earlier with Troy Franklin. I'm trying to draw my arrows here. We ran the same play earlier with Troy Franklin. This time we do it the opposite direction, and we use Marvin Mims. Now, what's interesting about this, this has got to be an RPO, because if you watch this, watch Garrett Bowles here, okay? Garrett Bowles is he's going to pull. We're going to get a little pin action here, and we've clearly got the dive option to hand the ball off. I'm not sure what Bo's reading on this, but he decides to throw it. Garrett wouldn't be pulling like this unless it was an RPO. And you can tell by the way how aggressive the offensive line is in run blocking that they're all thinking it's a run. Oh, damn, I love this from Courtland Sutton, okay? Watch number 14 at the top of your screen. That's a wide receiver that wants to block. I love it. I love it. That's a captain right there. Great job, Courtland. And good job from Devon Vele also. I'm glad we got Jaleel McLaughlin on this team. All right. So here's the way that this play is blocked. So we're going to be man on man right here, okay? We've got a triple block between Garrett Bowles and Nate Atkins, and we're working all the way back here to 44. We're going to get manned up here, so we got to try to get to that front side shoulder and make sure we don't get beat over the top. And then we've got a block on the backside between Quinn Miners and Luke Wattenberg. And what I love about this is for a play that's designed to hit outside, we're trying to get way out here, right? What I love about this, look at the angles we've got on these linebackers. We've got a wall, and this double team starts all the way over here. Look where they get to go back to. This double team, we got a wall right here. Beautiful angles. If this dude right here, I'm going to clear all this. If this dude right here can get that block done, and this dude gets this block done, we should have a great play. Garrett Bowles doesn't get off quite on time for this guy right here, though. Look at those angles, though, man. And we do have a great block there from Adam Troutman, number 82. He does a good job. Little Jordan Humphrey is effective enough out there in space. If Garrett Bowles, if you watch Garrett Bowles, number 72, he just hesitates just a little bit there on 44. If he could have gotten up to 44, imagine this dude right here, okay? Imagine this dude's got a wall. Oh, shoot, hold on. There should be a wall in front of this guy right here. And if we had that dude blocked, we got nothing but green grass in front of us. Ultranova 47 asks, just recently found your channel. Do you normally do film breakdowns like this for Denver, listening while at work? And it's nice to get some more insight on these games. Yeah, man, I break them down after every single game. I do live streams during the game if you want to hang out with me during the game. And then afterwards, within 2 days, I always put out the all 22. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, hit that link in my bio on Twitter. Oh, it looks like you're watching on YouTube anyways, so make sure you subscribe. But you can catch all the other all 22s. I haven't done every single game, but I've done the majority of them. Also, you should probably be working. Just kidding. Nobody likes to work at work. That's what YouTube's for. All right, we got a balanced look here. Okay. All right. Great job on our B block between these two guys, okay? So we're working these two up to 44. I drew that line too far, but you guys see what I was trying to do. I want you guys to keep an eye on those guys, okay? They do a fantastic job here. And then Devon Vele's got a tough ask, okay? Because Devon Vele's over the top of your screen. You guys can't see him. He's right over here. He's on the right side of this. He's got a dude that is right about here, okay? And his dude is going to flow over the top. Well, Devon's going to get pinched off by this guy right here, so he can't quite get there in time, which is a bummer, because if he would, we had another huge play. He just couldn't get there in time. There was nothing he could do. But look at that B block from 77, 69. Damn, that's good. All right, we got 2nd and 6 here. We continue to run the football as we should. This is more or less a preseason game. Both teams are happy to get out of there alive. Broncos needed the win, but the Chiefs are happy to get out just alive. Okay, so we call this 18 force, all right? So we've got a fullback in the game. So our fullback, he's going to be responsible for the first linebacker in the blocks, this dude right here, okay? So Mike McGlinchey's going to have a single block. We're going to have an A block. No, excuse me, a single block right there. And then we got a B block on the backside to 55. I love when we got fullbacks on the field because we got call it and run it plays, meaning there's very little things they could do to get us out of the play. Whatever the run play is, no matter how many people they put in the box, we've got answers for it. Look at this. They've got, you can't see it, but again, over here, there's another dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's another guy right here that is more or less in the box. The Chiefs have got 9 guys in the box right here because you've got a fullback on the field. You've got answers. You can still run the football. Usually you'd have to check out of it. All right. Looks like our running back gets beaten pass protection, so forces Bo Nix out of the pocket. Check it out from the other angle. Oh, that wasn't our running back. That's actually our tight end. Okay, so we've got max protection, all right? So we've got a tight end in, right? So our tight end is going to be in protection. Usually our tight end gets in and a route. Anytime our tight end is in, we've got max pro. That means the rest of our offensive line, starting from here, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man slide all working in this direction. Okay, so Garrett Bowles is going to be responsible for the widest dude. Mike McGlinchey is going to work man on man here, and everybody's working to their left. If you watch, though, the dude that gets beat is number 82 right here. He gets beat, and Javonte's path, he comes a little bit too inside. I would prefer to see Javonte's path go for the outside shoulder here because then he could have helped number 82. Okay, Adam Troutman, tight ends aren't great in pass protection, forces Bo out of the pocket. Bo pulls the Patrick Mahomes here. Mahomes does that little pump fake every time he's past the line of scrimmage. Defensive backs, linebackers, they fall for it all the time, even though Bo can't throw the football. Look, the Broncos need to get a dynamic tight end. There's no question about it, and we desperately need it. But I'm telling you, Nate Atkins, number 45, he's got a role on this football team for a long time. I think Nate Atkins is going to be a glue guy on this team for at least a few years. Yeah, Robbie, it was good to see some good long sustaining drives. There's no question. All right, watch again, my favorite offensive lineman to watch, number 77. Watch the way that he just kicks this dude's ass, all right? So this is where he starts, okay? This is where they start. Watch how far Quinn Miners rocks this dude. That might not seem like a lot to you guys. When you're trying to move a 330-pound man, that's a lot, believe me. All right, 1st and 10. Another little dump off to the wide receiver bubble screen-esque type of play. Another RPO, though. You always know it's not. Look how aggressive the offensive line is, right? Whenever you see the offensive line in full-on run action, that's when you know that Bo Nix has got a run option. He could hand this ball off to Jaleel McLaughlin, and quite frankly, I think he would have had a pretty damn good run had he done it. He decides to keep it, and 94 kind of spooked him a little bit. How many freaking times a game are we going to run the same damn play? No wonder Bo Nix completed every freaking pass. This has got to be the 5th time this game we've run this exact same route, or at least a variation of it. Starting Marvin Mims, bringing him in motion, bringing him across the screen. We're going to throw the little wheel route out of there. Easy catch, easy pitch, gain a few yards. We got 3rd and 4 here, okay? Money down. Money down. Got to keep the chains moving. Bo had all day. I really wish Bo would have stepped up into this pocket. Watch the pocket he's got here. Instead of drifting backwards like that, step up, dude. You got a totally clean pocket in front of you. Step up. He ends up completing the pass, but he almost threw this ball too high for Courtland Sutton. I wish he would have trusted the pocket and stepped up. Right on. Good to have you, Jeffrey. Appreciate you joining in. Look at the pocket there. Hey, I don't think I realized in real time how tough that catch was from Courtland Sutton. Look at how hard this catch was from 14. That was not easy. You're running to the right. You got to jump all the way back to your left. Nice grab. Was that the play we had offensive pass interference? We had offensive pass interference on one of these. Yeah, it was. Who was it? I could go back, but I'm too lazy. Damn, look at all this green grass. We got 3rd and 14, give or take. I remember that. Actually, I think it's exactly 3rd and 14 because I remember it from the game. And pause it right here, okay? All this field down here, man. Look at all – hold on. Look at all this field, man. And we got nothing but green grass. And we got a little dump off to I think that's Javonte, I think. And we're going to pick up that 1st down or get damn close to it. It was little Jordan Humphrey. We just hit the dump off here, and because everybody had vacated so much space, it was easy. Okay, one thing to watch, though, here. All right, watch number 33. Okay, he's going to walk up, and he's going to tap Mike McGlinchey on his outside hip. He's just going to tell him, hey, man, I'm here. I'm here to help. I got the outside presence for you. So I'm gonna chip and release, get out of there. Jimmy Smith says, my favorite part about watching you is knowing that I got a signed Super Bowl 50 jersey from me. That's pretty cool, man. I don't remember that. It wasn't my jersey, was it? That's cool, man. I'm glad you have it. Send me a photo of it. Can you tweet me a photo of it? I'd love to see a photo of that. All right, we got another QB sneak here. So again, if anybody is new to the stream, they weren't on. I pointed out earlier, the Broncos do something different than I've ever seen. I never had a team do this, but the Broncos actually have 2 different cadences. They've got their normal cadence in the open field, and then they've got a different cadence when they get into these short yardage situations. When they get into the short yardage, it's hut 1, hut 2, hut 3. It's a very simplistic, like almost youth football type of cadence. When they're in the open field, it's a wide 80, sit hut. But they do this different cadence down here, and it was very obvious to hear. I'm very curious to know the reasoning behind it. Maybe it's just to make sure nobody jumps off sides. I don't know. Somebody pointed out earlier they didn't like the way the Bo Nix does these QB sneaks. I don't know. He looks pretty good on this one to me. All right, 1st and 10. Play action. Get in the middle of the field. It's just wide open. And what Bo Nix did a great job of in this game, hey, man, take what they give you. You don't always have to press the ball. I know we all love taking shots down the field, but look how easy this is, man. Bo identifies it. It's perfect. It's a perfect decision. You never go broke taking profit. Damn. Look at the movement on this one. Jaleel McLaughlin, for a little dude, he runs his feet hard. All right, let's see who creates all this space. Okay, hold on. I want to back up, and I just want to point something out here, okay? All right, you guys can't see it because it's off your screen again, all right? But we've got one defender right out here, okay? We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 dudes in the box, all right? We do not have a fullback on the field on this one. More times than not, you are checking out of that sucker. You do not want to run into an 8-man box. But the Broncos said, screw it. And they got an effective run nonetheless. Okay, watch Garrett Bowles, 72. He does a great job staying on his dude. He really makes the play here. You got a good A block on the backside from 74 and Luke Wattenberg. They get up to 54. That's good, tough running, man, on an 8-man box. We got 2nd and 6. And what do you know? We got another bubble screen. God, I wish I'd started counting them. I bet we've already got 8 of them. I bet we've already got 8 bubble screens in this game. Good job from Ben Powers. Watch 74 out there in space. Another short yardage QB sneak. Oh, you know what? Whoever pointed out that on the QB sneaks, Bo kind of takes a knee real quickly, I can kind of see what you're talking about on this one. He does go to that knee real quickly. Hut 1, Hut 2. It sounds so stupid. All right, I like this play design here. So Bo Nix is going to sprint out to the right, try to make the defense think that everything's going to the right. We're going to release Adam Troutman. I've not seen this in detail, but here's what I'm going to guess is going to happen, okay? I'm going to guess, and again, it's just a guess. I'm going to guess Adam Troutman's going to block like 1,000, 2, and then he's going to shed him. So Bo Nix is going to sprint out of the pocket over here. We're going to block 1,000, then we're going to shed him, and then we're just going to dart across the middle of the field here after we've got everybody thinking it's going to the right. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, that's exactly what he does. You see that from Adam Troutman? He goes full-on block, 1,002. I'm going to shed him. I'm just going to hide myself out of here. We scored a touchdown on this exact play a couple weeks back. I like this run. Okay. So we should have good angles here, all right? So we got a fullback in the game, right? So we're going to get a little ISO block. We've run this play 2 or 3 times already. So he's going to sneak through here wherever he can, and he's going to ISO block up onto 44. We're going to go man here, man out here. We got a double team between these two guys, and we got good angles on this backside linebacker. And then we're going to get a backside block between Garrett Bowles and Atkins up to 21. Let's watch Michael Burton. Usually in this situation, Michael Burton's pretty damn good. Let's see how he does. Not his best, but he gets the job done. Oh, dangerous throw, but it's our day. Bad decision from Bo Nix. Probably should have been an interception. Whatever. It's not. We're going to sprint out of here. So the first read, let me back it all the way up. Okay, so our first read is our fullback is just going to sprint out of here, right? So Bo Nix is going to trail him, and we're looking for the little pitch and catch right here to number 20 to our fullback, but he's covered. Bo Nix doesn't like it, so he makes a risky decision, throws it back across the middle of the field. Ball gets tipped, and Devon Vele comes down with it. Adam Troutman's like, what the hell? I love it. Look at number 82. He's like, is that a touchdown? Does it count? Yeah, it counts, buddy. Celebrate. Touchdown. Good guys. 21-0 Denver Broncos. Appreciate you joining again, man. We'll catch you again soon. All right, pretty good pocket here. Bo's got options. We're going to lateral this sucker, and we got the dumbest rule of all time. It's going to come back because even though common sense would tell you that ball was still thrown behind him, technically speaking, the ball was thrown forwards. In rugby, they've got a motion rule, right? So it's like inertia. You've got two objects that are in motion. Once they stay in motion, they ain't gonna stop, right? So Bo Nix, by all common sense, is in front of him, throws that ball back to Javonte Williams. In rugby, that's a totally clean play. That play stands. In the NFL, we're dumb and we're archaic, and we're gonna go back to the review booth and figure out if that ball is thrown forwards. Unfortunately, a fun play for the Broncos, and heads up play from Bo Nix is called back. Great run here by Bo. He's an athletic son of a gun, dude. I've said this before, but if you were to rank the most athletic quarterbacks in the NFL right now, Lamar Jackson is in a league of his own, okay? Probably Kyler Murray after that. Maybe Josh Allen's number 3. My opinion, our guy, number 10, Bo Nix, he's the 4th most athletic quarterback in the NFL, and I don't even think Sean Payton knew how athletic this dude was that he drafted. I sure as hell didn't. There are no videos available for this play. What's going on here? All right, let me jump forward to the start of the second half. I don't know why. All right, second half. 1st and 10, first play of the second half. Appreciate you, MC. Okay, gun run. Like I told you guys earlier, 9 out of 10 times. And gun, you got to run away from the running back, and this time we do. We got a little pin pull action going on. I think Garrett Bowles busts this. I'm not sure. Either Garrett Bowles or Adam Troutman. Maybe it's Adam Troutman. Yeah, it looks like it's Troutman. Oh, you know what? It's a trap. Nobody busted. All right. That's kind of fascinating. This is good looking football play right here. All right, so we're gonna pin this. All right, we're gonna double team right here, and we're gonna fake like we're gonna block this guy really quick, and then we're gonna come out. What we're really trying to get this dude to run up the field. He doesn't come up the field as far as you want, and then we got a puller from the backside coming to kick him out. Let me get to the other angle. Okay, shout out to the Broncos offensive line who's done a tremendous job all year long. They have been at the top of the league in terms of protecting their quarterback the entire season. Bo Nix is a huge part of that. They've given up, I don't know what the total number of sacks is this year, but it's got to be half of what they gave up last year. This is interesting pass pro here. Bolsey is trying to take 2 on the backside. As if you see, he's trying to take 2. He's going to block 21, peel off to 55. I guess he knows he's got backside coming from Jaleel McLaughlin there. Ends up being pretty good protection. Looks like Bowles might have busted it, but I don't know. I am smart enough to tell you guys that I'm not afraid to admit that I don't always know the answers. Sometimes you watch some people on YouTube that be like, oh, that offensive lineman, he busted that play right there. How the hell do you know he busted it? Were you in that meeting room? Now, I know football, and 9 out of 10 times I could tell you for a fact what the pass protection is and what the responsibilities are, but there are nuances to every single team and every single pass protection. That was one of them that looked a little bit tricky. It looked like a bust to me, but I don't know. It might not have been. This is a pretty risky throw from Bo. Cortland Sutton is double, maybe even triple coverage here. Phenomenal protection, though. I mean, look at this pocket. He's got all day. He gets to the top of his drop. He's going to climb up into the pocket a little bit. I like that from Bo Nix. I'd prefer to see him get his feet planted a little bit before he throws the ball, but whatever. It's not always perfect. You don't always have time. Beautiful pocket all the way across the board, but I do think it was a dangerous throw from Bo. Okay, this is that same run that we had earlier, and I'm going to be honest, man. I have not seen very many teams try to run the football like this. Okay, so Jaleel McLaughlin is set up to the offensive left, and like I've told you already a couple times, you're usually going to run the ball out of shotgun. You're going to run the ball away from him because it's the only way that you can effectively run the ball. And this one, what you've got is you've got the offensive line is in full-on run action. So we're busting our ass getting play side like it's outside zone. These guys are running this thing like it's outside zone. We're working up to 55 on the backside. We're working all the way over to 44 right here. And what you're going to see Jaleel do is he's going to take a little step backwards, not a little step, a big step backwards, and almost like you do on a draw. This is definitely not a draw, but based off how they do this little draw step, it's a really effective way to run outside zone to the play side, to the side that your running back is. I know that Philadelphia used to run this a lot back in the day with Chip Kelly, but you don't see too many teams running it. I don't know if I ever, I'm sure I did at some point, but we certainly never featured this on any of my teams. Damn, really close there. If Bowles could have hung, Bowles has a good block going on 97. He gets shed at the last second. If Bowles could have hung on to that dude, we had a big run. It's a cool looking play, man. I love seeing creativity in the run game. Again, a really clean pocket. Ben Powers, number 74. So if you look right here, we're going to lean a little bit too much, and we're going to get our outside hand swatted. Ben Powers gets beat late, but in the big picture, this is a very clean, effective pocket in the NFL. Yeah, Ben would like that one back, though, I promise you. That's not a very good block from Ben Powers. And our first punt of the game. Halfway through the third quarter before the Broncos had to punt the ball. Jaleel almost falls down on this one. I remember watching this one in real time. Okay, so this is a little twist, all right? So if you remember, we've had this exact formation. This is just a strong formation. We've got our fullback offset rather than being in a true I formation. We're just offset a little bit, right? And we've run this play, or what it looks like it's going to be, probably 4 times already in this game, okay? So previously, when we've been in this formation, we've had a ISO block up here. We've had a combo block on the backside of 59, and then we've tried to hit it front side going through here. So this is a tendency breaker. The way they really love to run the play is the first way, the way they've done it 3 or 4 times already. But you always got to have tendency busters so that when you come out of the same formations, you got little just different variations on the way you run the football. So watch Jaleel McLaughlin. Instead of trying to dive it down this way, we got a little bit of different variation going over to the left. We're going to toss it to the front side, to the back side. You know what, Elvis? I've mentioned Garrett Bowles a handful of times. You're right, but Garrett Bowles had a great season. Garrett Bowles is really easy to hate on because when he makes mistakes, they're so obvious, and he's got all his holding penalties and drives you nuts. But Garrett Bowles is performing like a top 10 tackle this year, and there's a reason why he got a contract extension. I promise you the Broncos wouldn't have given him all that money on a brand new deal unless he's been having a great year, and he has been. Mike McGlinchey coming into this game on the other side, your right tackle, he had the longest consecutive streak for not giving up a sack or a pressure. Our entire offensive line has been lights out this year. Mike McGlinchey and Garrett Bowles drive you nuts because they've got so many freaking penalties, but you get paid the big bucks for one reason in this league, to keep your dude off the quarterback, and they both do that pretty well. Mike McGlinchey gets beat on this one right after I'm bragging on him. It's not the end of the world, but watch your right tackle, number 69. He's going to get beat. Fortunately, Bo gets the ball out quickly. That's not very good for Mike. Oops. I accidentally skipped over that one. My bad. I did that last week. I skipped over one on accident, and it was the deep throw to Marvin Mims. It was like the 63-yard throw or whatever it was. That was the play I accidentally skipped over. Good job here from Javonte. Makes a move out in space. Turns it into a big play. Javonte, I think Javonte only had 4 carries, if I remember right. Maybe he had 5 carries, something like that. He had the least touches between him, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Audric Estime, but Javonte was pretty good in the passing game. Nice little stutter step. Makes 44 miss. Good gain. You know, I like little things like this from Bo Nix. Watch this. So Michael Burton, he's going to come in motion. Bo Nix is going to stop him. He says, nope, get your ass back there. That's not where you belong. Just a small little thing, but that's a quarterback that's in charge. He saw one of his guys. He started to move a little bit too early. Bo Nix sees it. Good to see from a rookie quarterback being in charge of his guys. Oh, we got nothing on this one. All right, I'm going to get to the backside of it. I think we got a cross flow action from Lil Jordan Humphrey, and he just doesn't get there in time. Oh, I see what happens. Okay, so we do have crossflow action. And what I mean by crossflow action means that everybody's running this way, right? So all our blocks are coming to the play side. We're working up here. We're working up here. We're even running the ball over here. So everybody's going this way, but you're going to bring one dude crossflow, okay? And his job is to block the end man on the line. And the reason why you do that, you usually do it with tight ends, not with wide receivers. But the reason why you do this cross flow action is because what it does is it holds these linebackers. You got 3 linebackers in the box, right? 1, 2, 3. And instead of these guys sprinting to the play side, when you get that cross flow action, it just forces these guys to pause a little bit before they sprint to the play side. And on this play, you're going to get a corner blitz. You can't see him on the top of your screen, but you're going to get a corner blitz coming off the top of your screen, and our cross flow action just doesn't get there in time. That's a cool stat there, Don. Appreciate that, Don Smith. So 34 combined touchdowns, throwing, running, and catching. Did he catch a touchdown? I forget. Oh, he did catch a touchdown for Bo and 24 sacks taken. That's cool, man. More touchdowns than sacks. Another dart here to Devon Vele. Bo Nix was freaking feeling himself in this game. Okay, again, so here's what happened on this play, all right? So Bo Nix killed this play, right? So when you come out of the huddle, sometimes you'll call it like 2-jet all-go special, can 19 week. I'm just making up some plays there. So you come up to the line, you say, hey, kill. So you thought you didn't like it. And then you're going to see Bo, he's going to walk up and you say, hey, oh gosh, what do they usually say? They got a word for it, but hey, we're going back to the beginning. We're going back to the beginning. So when you see it start circling his fingers here, he's killing the kill. So he already killed it. I'm killing the kill. We're going back to the first play. Dude, you got to respect that catch right there. First off, hell of a throw. Second off, hell of a catch. I love me some Devon Vele. I wish we could find a way to get Devon Vele more consistent action. He hasn't got as much action as I thought he would get, but I'm telling you, Devon Vele is our Tim Patrick replacement. Bo would like to have this ball back right here. One of his few misses of the entire game. Second and 10. Not much there. All right, 3rd and 7. We're in the lower red zone. Can we make anything out of it? What do you know? We got another bubble screen, the 15th of the game, and we got ourselves a tutty. Marvin Mims, go celebrate, young man. Dude, listen, Marvin Mims made the Pro Bowl this year as a punt returner. Again, how many times have they run this play? Have you guys been paying attention? I told you guys to count. Did anybody actually start counting yet? They must have ran this same play at least 8 times in this game, or at least a small variation of it. Marvin Mims made the Pro Bowl this year as a punt returner. But I'm going to tell you this. If Marvin Mims can figure out a way to play an entire season the way he's played in the month of December, that dude will be a Pro Bowler as a wide receiver next year. Now, that's a big ask. That's a big what if, stringing together an entire season. But I don't see any reason why it's got to slow down for Marvin Mims, man. They figured out the magic sauce. Sean Payton loves having a joker in his offense. Previously, it was Taysom Hill, and now in this offense, it's Marvin Mims. When I say joker, that's a dude that you can put at multiple positions. You can put Marvin Mims in the backfield. You put him as wide receiver. You use him in motion all the time, and you create mismatches. And Sean's figured out the magic sauce with Marvin Mims. I see no reason why it's got to slow down. All right, we got 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Dude, look at that pocket. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at this. Look at this wall of bodies. We've got, holy cow, how many dudes we got in here? Let me clear this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 dudes in protection. We got our quarterback, 10, and we got 1 dude out there on a route. Wow, that's a cool play, man. That's really cool. You had 11 dudes in the box, so if you pause it right there, that's your entire offense. That's everything you got. Everything you got. So you get the Kansas City Chiefs to bite up. You got their whole offense right here. Lil Jordan Humphrey is just going to come down, act like he's going to block for a second or two. He's going to release out. You got an easy pitch and catch. That's a pretty cool design, man. First and 10. We're in the 4th quarter now. God dang, man. All right. Check this out, man. Check this out. All right, I want you to watch this double team, and we'll get a better angle on the backside, all right? But watch this double team between 77 and 69. Okay, this ball starts. Where do we start? We start on the 35-yard line, okay? This dude is on the 34. This poor sucker right here is on the 34-yard line. Watch how much movement they get on this dude. Eating up 3 bodies. They're blocking 3 dudes. They moved him 5 yards down the field. Let's watch it from this side. Dude, that's so good. They're only trying to block up to 55, but they end up blocking 55 and 44. They get 91, 55, and 44. Excuse me, 44 to 55. Second and 5. I thought we were going to take a shot here. This looked like it was play action. All right, I'm not quite sure what the hell's going on here. This is interesting. Okay, so watch this. Let me play it one more time. Hold on. All right. So by design, here's the way this is supposed to work out. So we're going to double team right here between these two, and we're trying to work all the way backside here, right? These two are going to double team here, and I believe they're trying to go up to 44. But what ends up happening is 55 comes down in here. Mike McGlinchey panics a little bit, so he thinks he's got to pick him up. But you've got a pulling guard that looks like he's trying to get all the way outside of all these dudes. So you got a double team here, backside, double team, backside, and then this pulling guard's trying to get all the way outside. It looks like, but it looks like it should be more power that's hitting inside. I'm not sure why Ben Powers. I know this chicken scratch. I'm sorry. Ben Powers usually should be trying to hit it in here, but he tries to run all the way outside the pocket. All those lines make sense to you guys? Good. I'm glad you got it. You wouldn't believe how many times in an NFL film room, that's what our coaches are doing, running all those lines up there. Polumbus, you got to do this. You got to get over there. Hey, McGlinch, you got to get down to the right. By the end of the play, you got 55 different lines up there. Coach, what the hell am I supposed to do? I can't see. I've become what I hated. Man, we ran a lot of heavy personnel in this game. So again, look how many guys we got here in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, if you include I'll just include the 8. We're going to bring one running back out there. We loaded up these boxes in this game. It's a good run. That's an effective run from Ajagasme. First and 10. All right, so this is interesting. So by design, here's how we got to block this, all right? We're working a double team here all the way up to there's a dude up there, right? We're going to double team here up to 59. We're going to double team here up to 44, all right? Now, this dude on the backside, he crashes down, and Bolsey ends up picking him up. Troutman probably should have come down here to get this guy because he's unaccounted for. Bowles ends up trying to pick him up at the last second, and they can't get to 44 because Bowles has to pick him up. And if you watch at the very end of the play, Bowles was a little frustrated because I think he thought he was supposed to have a tight end with him. He's turning around. He's like, what the heck's going on here? Where's my dude? This is one of my favorite running plays that you got in the playbook, man. I love getting out in space as a tackle. Tackles don't get as many opportunities to pull as offensive guards do. And this is one of my personal all-time favorite running plays. You call this 19 truck. So you've got a guy that you've got just outside of this right here, you've got a wide receiver. You can't see it on the screen. The wide receiver is going to pin block this dude on his outside shoulder, okay? Garrett Bowles is going to pull all the way out and try to get to the play side. And I used to love getting out in space, trying to cut the defensive backs. You get pancakes on these dudes. These are your home run hitters. You know, when you run between the tackles, you're trying to get 4 or 5 yards. When you run outside like this, these are the ones you're trying to get to pop for a tutty. We do pick up the first down, so we got 1st and 10. Jaleel McLaughlin runs hard for a little dude, man. He runs hard. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember when I was talking about cross flow action, but again, so we're going to run inside zone here. Double teams up here, double teams up here. Okay, and then we're going to run cross flow action here, and we're going to pick up the end man on the line. So again, what that does, it just holds these linebackers. And I tell you about angles. I don't love our angles here. Okay, so when our linebackers are to the play side of our double team, that means generally speaking the ball is going to roll back. It doesn't work out on this play the way that it usually does, but when they're out leveraged like that, running backs know that pre-snap that we're usually going to roll that sucker back. And it was there, matter of fact. Okay, so I said it should roll back. Check this out. It's a good-looking run, but man, what if he does roll it back like I said? Hey, great run. Don't second guess it. Michael Burton, he got himself a tutty on this. I can't believe that they reviewed this thing. They didn't give it to him. That ball 100% crossed the goal line. Michael Burton gets more carries than any fullback in the league. I don't know that for a fact, but I believe it with all my heart. Very few fullbacks get as many touches as Michael Burton does. It's a great looking run. I do believe it was a touchdown. I was bummed out for Michael Burton because on the next play, you're going to see it looks like formationally they're set up to do the exact same. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Hold on. Why is this freaking out on me? It looks like formationally they're set up to do the same thing. Michael Burton earned himself a touchdown on the last one. I thought surely Sean Payton's going to give it back to Michael Burton. Let your fullback get himself a touchdown, man. You're set up right there. He'd get it, but he doesn't do it. He ends up handing the ball off to Audric Estime. Audric Estime ends up walking in for a touchdown. No problem. My computer is freaking out on me. Walk in touchdown. Damn. Hey, check this out. Check this out. Okay. We got a backup tackle in the game. All right. We brought in an offensive, we brought in an extra tackle. So he's got to report eligible, number 79, because he's lining up in an eligible position. He comes in, he's ice cold. Watch this block you get from Frank Crum. Watch this down block. I love it. Coming in ice cold. Gets 1 or 2 opportunities in the game. Let's do something with it. Great job. Great job. Sit your ass down. Oh, that's not Frank Crum. I'm sorry. That's Matt Pert. That's Matt Pert, not Frank Crum. All right, that's the final score of the game. We do have more ball to be played here, but I'm going to cut it right there because the rest of it starts to get a little bit boring here as we start to run out the clock. Dude, hey, top to bottom, Bo Nix kicked ass. Denver Broncos kicked ass. I couldn't care less that it was the Chiefs JV squad. I couldn't care less that the majority of their starters didn't play in the game. You did what you're supposed to do. You freaking kicked ass against an inferior opponent. That's the first time in Andy Reid's career as the Kansas City Chiefs head coach that he's been shut out. I get it. They didn't play their starters, so what? The Broncos have got good energy. And listen, I'm not going crazy and telling you they're going to find a way to beat the Bills. I feel really good about the matchup, though. I believe with all my heart. And okay, feel free to come back and call me an idiot if it doesn't work out this way. I believe with all my heart the Denver Broncos are going to have a really good showing against the Buffalo Bills. I'm telling you, I'm going to put out the scouting report in a couple days. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure. I know we've got about 750 people watching on Twitter right now. We got another 50 or 60 watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter, you're going to want to go subscribe to my YouTube because I'm going to put out a scouting report on the Bills here in a couple days. And I'm telling you, my early feeling on this is it's not a bad matchup for the Broncos. If our defense can get back to their old ways, and they certainly played great in this game against the Chiefs, if they can get back to their old ways, I think the Broncos are going to show very, very well. Can I tell you that they're going to beat the Bills, who are one of the best teams in the NFL? I can't tell you that. But I do believe that this team has got a fighting chance. You made it to the tourney, man. Once you make it to the tourney, I've been there as a team that is not expected to make any noise. When you just get there, you're dancing now, man. You can taste the Super Bowl. You can taste that thing. It feels like it's right there in front of you, and I'm excited to see what these guys do. Look, man, they're young. And sometimes when you're young, you're too dumb to understand that you're not supposed to beat the team that's in front of you. And that can be a dangerous team. So here's to hoping the Broncos can be a dangerous team against the Buffalo Bills. We're in the playoffs. I'm not taking it for granted. It's been since 2015. Appreciate all you guys hanging out on the channel. Again, Mount Polumbus Speaks is the podcast. Hey, listen, if you like the content, would you please do me a solid? Help me with the algorithm on YouTube. Go over to YouTube. First off, make sure you're subscribed. But if you would like the video and comment, and actually comment outside, not in the chat, you would be doing me a huge favor as I'm trying to help my channel grow there on YouTube. Just a simple like and a simple comment on it does crazy wonders for the algorithm over there. So if you appreciate the content I'm putting out, know that I would appreciate you doing that solid for me. Until I put out that scouting report,